So I was just tagged in a video of a Christian black man talking about how to deal with black women. This will not be easy to hear.
Earlier to someone else, but I do want to stress this. There's nothing you can do outside of the black women we have right now that will make any significant change in our society. Once we see the root of evil, which is the black woman, we have to cut her out. You can't chastise her. You can't punish her. You can't discuss anything with her because she's made it blatantly clear that she does not care about you or your well-being or what's best for you. She does not care about the rightness or the wrongness of anything. She just wants to win. She just wants what she wants. If the system isn't going to change, and it's not, if the female isn't going to change, and she's not, who needs to change? Us, we do. We've tried everything. The only thing we haven't tried is violence. And we know that will actually succeed. Historically speaking, it's always been the case. When you read the Bible, what does it tell you to do? All the women. Take the younger females as your wives. That's how you rid the world of evil. That's how you control a population to the point where much of the evil within that population won't be passed down to the next generation. That evil doesn't pass from the father to the child. It passes from the mother to the child. And unfortunately,
I'm not going to play the rest of that bullshit. It's 9 minutes long. But this guy, people should check on him. The fact that you're out here saying that you need to unalive black women because the Bible told you so? This is why I'm so confused with black people subscribing to that bullshit. And black men wonder why black women are divesting faster than they have ever divested from black men. We so fucking damn evil, but you motherfuckers haven't saved us from oppression yet. But we need to follow your lead. Regardless if you're a good leader or not. Regardless if you lead us into the motherfucking mouths of hell. We have to follow you. And when we don't, you want to unalive us. But you came from us. You came from a black woman. Without us, there would be no you. I'm so sick and tired of black men coming on this fucking internet to talk shit. Yet they won't take that fucking energy to the white man that has been oppressing us for 400 fucking years. Man, fuck all y'all that think like that. Fuck all y'all. Your mama should have swallowed. I'm so mad I could punch something. Fuck anybody that thinks like that.
Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and a few sisters out there onto this life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. There's so much to unpack with this particular thing. I watched this earlier, and as I was watching it, of course, the spirit was, as I'm doing something, when I don't have the time to do something, that's when the spirit jumped on me. But I have the time to do it. I'm gonna do it. And there's so much to unpack with this. And the first thing I must say, obviously, those curses are 100% real. All right. And the curses you can find is in Deuteronomy 28:15 on down, which I'm gonna get the particular curse that is dealing with this. But the other thing, which that was something that was kind of resonant in my mind at the moment when I first saw this. Now, her statement of black men is trying to unalive unalived her, right? Which is ironically funny because her true attention, her true thoughts, at the end, she really showed her true character. See, they played a victim, all right? The black ass woman, they played a victim, and then down the line, they try to twist it on you, and they show you the true colors of being the aggressor. Now, the thought that came in my mind earlier was the fact is, all of us, Jake, dark-skinned Jake, we know no matter what generation, whatever, nobody loves their women more than the black man. This is why throughout the scriptures and throughout time that the scriptures kind of taught you how not to like women in a sense of giving them your strength and you have to lead. You have to don't give them your strength, don't give them your time, be a man at the end of the day. Be for your purpose. But the other way around, everybody uses scriptures when it is convenient for them. The scriptures, it's undefeated. All right? It's truly undefeated. And the scriptures already shown that the black woman will always be our enemy. Okay? Always will be our enemy because the simple fact is, one, the curses and who she's promoting. She's promoting the enemy. She's promoting the enemy. And then who's the enemy? Esau, Edom. And this beef goes back, well, not beef, but yeah, this betrayal goes back to the garden when the woman, Eve, had listened to the serpent. And the results that we have today, the fruits of that disobedient, is the brokenness of what they call today the nuclear family has been broken. She is the agent of chaos. Not just this particular woman right here, but all these women. They are agent of chaos. Okay? They want this chaotic thing to take place. They push this chaotic thing to take place. And then when the man is tired of a bullshit and express himself, he didn't do nothing. He just expressed his displeasure. She's crying out, this is ridiculous. This is not right. But all the shit that y'all been doing, y'all been going in the internet, showing your true colors. There's plenty of different avenues of lately. You got the sprinkle movement. You have the now you got the 4B movement. You got all these different movements, and to top it all that was the feminist movement that had nothing to do with the so-called black woman. Yet she followed through, and the fruits of that labor, where the man doesn't want to deal with you no more because what? Welfare, child support, okay, alimony, all these things is in your favor. But when the man is upset about it, you have a problem with that. And that's what we're seeing with this drizzle movement. You're seeing a whole bunch of people, and men are not, you got the red pill community, manosphere, all these different things of men expressing the displeasure of your behavior. And I had to talk to a brother about it, because here it is, Salakia for the rant, but this is something I have to express before I bring out the scriptures. But here it is, a Christian man. That's what she said. Let's go back to that. This is the Christian man right here. She went to his bitch shoot. He's expressing his displeasure. He came to the conclusion that most of the BW, the garden hose, the enemy the adversary to her man needs to be back with the father, if you know what I mean. And she's in shock. Like, why would he say something like that? Why don't you have that same energy towards the women that's making y'all look bad? Why don't you change your approach? Why don't you change your mindset? You let the enemy in, and now the same suckers that been running after you, no matter what you do, no matter all the wrongs that you do, the man always, let's be real, the black man always is trying to chase you women because they feel obligated, pressured to stick with their own. And then when they stick with their own, what end up happening? They get crushed. Men try to run from you, go to different countries. This whole passport bros. What do? Y'all go and chase them. First of all, y'all publicly humiliate them. Then y'all go and chase them, talk shit about them, destroy their character because they don't want to be with you. So this is a bad look for the monsters, the BWs. And we're coming to the climax of this society, which you heavily promote and you all been a part of. And the scriptures clearly express what you are, what's the position that you play in. And shout out and shalom to the sisters, the few sisters out there, the true elect women, ladies out there, because y'all special in the sight of the Lord compared to your counterpart beastlies like this one over here, trying to put a man on blast for expressing himself. He didn't done nothing. What about that man that killed that black woman because she thought she found herself her Messiah, Jesus Christ, and one date, her last name was Robinson, his name was Anderson, and he deleted her, chopped her up, put her in the car, blew it up, trying to clean up his act. He deleted her. When it boils down to it, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about the man. Yeah, the man may have his faults, but you're guilty as he is. So I'm gonna get a couple scriptures. I just had to express certain things real quick. Deuteronomy 28 and 54. It says, so the man that is tender among you, it doesn't mean soft, all right? It means a man that has love towards his own and very delicate, and his eye shall be evil towards his brother. That's why you have this black on black crime, all right? And towards his wife of his bosom. So this is that curse that everybody express. Okay? This is why men when quote unquote black men come together, they have to have something in between to keep the peace. Some weed, some drinks, some club, something. They have to come together to keep the peace, which is fraudulent, but truly they have hatred towards one another. But who helps aid and push that hatred even more? The women of today pushes a man to do the most foolish things possible. You pick the Pookies and the Ray Rays and all these thugonomic niggas and you wonder why the good guys, or what you would call the nice guys, soft guys, whatever, don't want to deal with you. Okay? They have a hatred towards you because the hatred that you have towards them. And this expresses, says, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So this is that curse. All right? Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set her sole of her foot upon the ground for delicacy and tenderness. So our women the Israelite women in time past was so delicate, so precious in our sight. This is how you know for a fact. If you push a man to this point, when he comes to that conclusion, you have done all the wrongs to push that man. Once again, we can't stand the B-dubs because we know what they are. They're the enemy. And we know exactly what these curses speak of. And we know that the Lord is not dealing with them on that level. Why would the Lord deal with a woman like the elder bro did a video of a woman actually left a comment how she had a side dude come and deliver her pizza because the other guy, her man, said he was hungry, so she got the side dude to bring the pizza because he works DoorDash, whatever. And as soon as the side dude came to drop the food off, she tongue kissed this man. And when her boyfriend comes, tell her boyfriend to give this guy $50. Give a guy a tip. He give him $50. He thinking this shit is all good, and then they're gonna eat pizza together. The vile shit that you do, and then you express, and your expression is shocking. That man came to that conclusion that you must be, you're not. But at one period of time, you was something delicate. You was something to behold. All right, you was something that was desired, but the Lord made it opposite now. It says, keep going. It says, her eye shall be evil towards her husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and toward her daughter. So yeah, these curses are real. These curses are real. All right. There can never be a unity when there's too many selfish players involved. And everything that they do is towards one another in an evil manner. Isaiah 3, since I said that, is it 3:16? I read this in a while. Isaiah 3:16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty. Let's look up the word haughty. Is the Hebrew word gabah, to be high, be exalted. To be high, lofty, tall, to be exalted, to be lofty of Jehovah. It says Jehovah's ways of good sense, but it's the true definition is to be haughty, be arrogant, bad sense. And ain't our women arrogant? All right. First, and it's the man's fault for putting these scallywags on that position. Our people are such degenerates that they allow their women to be put in a pedestal when they had shown nothing of any worth. Our grandmothers, our great grandmothers had more qualities of wife than the average woman of today. But the society is so ass backwards that the woman swear top and bottom that she is supposed to be put in a pedestal. So lead her to be haughty. That's exactly what's going on. All right. And it says, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. Wanton meaning undisciplined. But when you really look up wanton, I don't know if it's going to say here. I got to probably look in a regular dictionary. It says, succor, to augur be wanton. No, it's not going to say here. I got to look it up. And if this does not express these beasts out here, I don't know what to say. So when you look up the word wanton, it says of a cruel or violent action, deliberate and unprovoked. Which, yes, that is true, because they do things to cause violence. They are attracted to violence. They are attracted to things that would do damage. But it's not speaking of that. The second verse, it says sexually unrestricted or having many casual sexual relationships, typically used of a woman. So wonton expresses the modern day woman of today. They're undisciplined. All right. She's with her man that maybe she bear plenty of kids or children with, yet she looks at another man because she wants to try that. All right. She wants to try that, but you as a man just have to deal with that. This is the problem with today's environment, and this is what's been heavily promoted. Okay, from the music, from the TV shows, from the movies, everything, all sorts of things has allowed this promiscuous situation to take place. But this is how the Israelite woman has been for a long period of time. The Lord Yahweh been called your bullshit. All right, he been called your bullshit. And it says, walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Because what? They have the ankle bracelet. So they walking, tingling. So they think they were delicate. There was something to behold, but they was proud. All right. Therefore, the Lord would smite with a scab the crown of their head of the daughters of Zion, which is talking about the women. All right. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, women. This is why the black women have to wear hair hats. Like, what's this guy? Oh, what happened to that guy, Tommy Sotomayor? Whatever. All right. You have to wear the hair hats. The Lord scabbed your ass. There's no other woman on the planet Earth that has happened. Where you have Jada Pinkett Smith. She said she has a disease in her head. I forgot what the hell that disease was. And it just comes out the blue. After a certain age, the black woman just become bald. They lose all their hair. Why? Because the Lord's, that's that curse. All right? That's that curse. It says, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. So women are not supposed to be able, all right? You're not supposed to see a woman's imprint of her thing, all right? You're not even supposed to know. Everything's supposed to be revealed down the line. But today's society, you see everything. There's nothing that the eye cannot see. There's no level of imagination left anymore. This is part of the curses. It says, verse 18, and in that day the Lord will take away the bravery of the tinkling ornaments about their feet, and the cools and their round tires like the moon, the chains and the bracelet and the muffler, the bonnets. Who wears bonnets like? Come on, that's the black woman, man. And the ornaments of legs, and the headbands, and the timbrels and the earrings, the rings and the nose jewelries, the changeable suits of apparel, and mantles, and the whippings and the crisping pins, the glass and the fine linen, the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, I don't remember the last time I even passed any chick that smelled good. All right, these young broads don't even. There was a time when you walk by a woman, you could smell her, and just her scent alone would drive you crazy. They don't even have, their pH level is bad because they have so many goddamn partners. Okay, it says that instead of a rent, and all these bitches are out of shape. It's so bad that the black woman is so out of shape that she takes the fat out of her stomach and put her in the ass. Oh shit! I never thought this is a crazy world we live in. It's so bad that the average woman look like a fucking Big Shirley. All right, a hippopotamus. That was never a thing back in the days. When you saw a black woman, a quote unquote black woman, you were like, God damn, body was right, everything was right, but her attitude stink. All right. Well, guess what? Her private part's stinking because all the men that she been sleeping around with. Okay, she got a husband, she got a side dude, another side dude. All right, a play husband, all this different shit, all these different status that she has, and it's supposed to be acceptable. Well, the man is not having it no more, and it says, and instead of well set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomachry, a gird of sackcloth, and burning. Damn, these bitches are, yo, that's sad, man. I'm thinking about it. Just now, I remember growing up when AIDS first came out. That was like the most scariest shit, even for a young kid. You don't know what the hell was going on. You know, the rumor is if you drink after somebody in the water thing, you're like, damn, this AIDS, because crack and AIDS was like synonymous. And even down the line, that was the most scariest shit. But now, AIDS is nothing. Herpes, damn near everybody got herpes. Gonorrhea. Brother have put a picture of a woman that allowed a man to, I'll just say it like this, express himself in a woman's face, and he had gonorrhea, and the cum brothers didn't help out. So her eye got affected. That's some nasty assholes out there. All right. It says in burning instead of beauty, thy man shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty man in the war. So yeah, the man is, all these Captain Saver hoes, men ain't having it no more. The average man is not putting his life on the line. When you read, his First Esdras, I'm gonna just quote it. First Esdras 4 basically tells you there was a council with the king. I believe it was the king of Persia, and all his councilmen, and they all had something to say what's more stronger, like a little council. And one of the councilmen had mentioned women, and he basically said many men have lost their wit for women. How many men went to jail because of a woman and her antics and so forth? And then, as he's in jail, she's on to the next victim. All right. In Proverbs 9, like around the last verse, it tell you that many the dead is there. All right. The dead is there. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick before I get the other joint. So yeah, it shows you the women are trying to play themselves in a way like they done nothing wrong, like they don't deserve that treatment. But you're gonna come to find out, you're gonna fuck around and find out that men had enough. It says Proverbs 9 and I start at 16. I should start at 14. I start at 14. For she sitteth at the door of her house, on the seat on the high places of the city, to call passengers who go right on their ways. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither, and as for him that wanteth understanding, she saith unto him, stolen waters are sweet, bread eaten in secret is pleasant. And it's not talking about water, it's not talking about bread. It's a metaphoric for adultery. All right. So she's seducing men. She knows she got a man, but she's seducing men to come in and tell her man, or tell the man that she's trying to seduce, oh, he comes at this time or come at that time, blah blah blah. You know, because it's fun. It's a fun thing for them, for the man and the woman, right? Where they both is to be put to death according to the law. All right, but the laws is so female friendly that none of that can happen. All right, So they want to do what they want to do when they want to do it, without any consequences and repercussions. But he knoweth not that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. So is it talking about actual hell? No. How many the graveyard? How many abortions you had? How many men that she got killed by messing around with her? Okay? That's a God honest truth. So all this crying and weeping and, oh, why do you want to do that to us? You got to ask the question, like, why you have done wrong to these men. All right? Because these things that you have done is not an act of loyalty. It's an act of what? An enemy. And here it is. It says, Sirach 25. I'm going to the point. And where was it? Sirach 25. 14 is right in my face. Matter of fact, yeah, 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, which the heart means the mind. All right. The Hebrew word is lab. All right. Lab. And it says, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Because when women do wickedness, it's nothing. In their sight, it's just like breathing. Am I lying? Anybody lying about that? They do the most vilest shit in the world and then express everybody just to deal with it. All right? And it says, because they don't want to be held any sort of accountability. And any affliction but the affliction from them that hate me. So the women of today hate the man, period. You had, was it Cynthia G? There was a brother, I don't know, some brother had put it up. No, it was something, they had like a community of them expressing their displeasure of men. And in this community of them expressing their displeasure of men was all the monsters together, all right? Big Shirley's, the Shaniquas, you know what I'm saying? The fucking wannabe Beyonce's and all this other shit. Expressing how they need to pretty much destroy their men, all right, and allowing the white man to be in power. And they'll do anything in their power to destroy the black man. So that's who hates us. And any revenge but the revenge of enemies. There is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. So the wrath that's coming, that's why she said what she said. Y'all express us, you supposed to take the lead, and you came and get us out. Like, what was we in this shit together? Were we not in this shit together? Were we not, power was not taken away from the man in front of you? You know, so this really shows you, man, that she's truly our enemy, man. Matter of fact, let me get that. Micah 7:10, it says, and then that she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said, and not unto me, where is the Lord thy power? So shame is she's gonna be shamed for what she have done. All right, that's a shameful act. For, like I was expressing to the brother, like, we really analyze and think about it. Out of all women in the planet Earth today, who is the most undesirable? The black woman. Who's the biggest traitors? The black woman. Who's the biggest murderers of their own kind, yo? She bears a child that comes from, that she said, oh, y'all came from us. Well, guess what? The nation of Israel didn't come from a black woman. All right. When Jacob, he got with his wives, they were not Israelites. They were Hebrews, but they were not Israelites. So we do not need you, the way you are right now, to bring in the nation. We don't need you. All right. The man carries the seed. It was just a whatchamacallit, a convenient for us to try to protect you, but you are the enemy. You are the enemy. And you sided with the enemy. You do the bidding of the enemy. So you are the enemy. And the average man, how it is, you got a Christian that says they love everybody, God loves everybody. He's saying that y'all should be deleted. It wasn't us that said it. All right? And he mentioned the scriptures. But he's the monster, right? He's the monster. But all the acts that you have done to the young man, all the acts that you have done to all the people, guess what? You, according to the scriptures, are going to pay for that. It says, my eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the Maya of the streets. So great. Like, I'm going to say it again. I keep saying the certain things. I'm going to keep saying it every video, whatever. The greatest victim, the biggest losers in history, second to Esau, Edom, shall be the woman. The greatest losers in history, when it's all said and done, when it's all written, everything's written, everything's played out, women are going to be the second biggest losers, especially the Israelite women. But they're going to be right in their mind, but just got to express it, because the simple fact is you sided with the enemy against your man. All right, I got one more scripture. I'll make this too long. You sided with the enemy, and because of that act, you're gonna pay for it. All right. It says, was it Jeremiah 4:22? No, it wasn't Jeremiah. Salakia, I had something in mind. Let's see. I put lovers. Oh, Jeremiah 22. Actually, it's 4:30. Jeremiah 4:30. I was thinking of. And when thou art spoiled, what will thou do? Thou clothe thyself with crimson. Crimson is a reddish color. Although thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting. Here it is. A woman could be dark skinned. She put some blush color in in her face, so she could look like the enemy's women. Who have the identity crisis problem? You wear blonde hair. You put contact lenses so you can look like the white woman, and the white woman's trying to look like you, but yet it's the man's fault, right? That you have no confidence. Anyway, something else I had to express before I let this thing go. It'll come back to me. It says, that face with painting, in vain shall thou make thyself fair. And that's what they've been doing. All that shit for vain. Vain mean nothingness. In vain. All this act that y'all doing is in vain. Y'all the biggest social media whores that's out there. And nobody wants to deal with you. Not even Pookies and Ray Rays. That's the sad part, yo. Alright, the lowest of the low amongst the people don't even want to deal with y'all shit no more. The softest, nicest people that you could think of is tired of y'all shit. And it says, shalt thou make thyself fair, thy lovers will despise thee. They shall seek thy life. So it's it was talking about the whole nation of Israel, but you could apply that to the women. All right, you could apply that to the Israelite women because they, they expressing their option with the other nations, but the other nations only using you for what you have in between your legs. They not trying to wife you. They ain't trying to build anything with you. And then you want to come back to the man that you despise. Guess what? You can't. There's no coming back. So, for I have heard a voice as the voice of women in travail, and the anguish as of her that bringeth forth her first child. The voice of thy daughter of Zion, that bewaileth herself, that spreadeth her hands, saying, Woe is me now, for my soul is worried because of the murderers. Because Esau is coming. Jacob's trouble is coming. Death and destruction is coming. All right? Y'all about to lose everything. The status in the world. Y'all lost your man. The simps. Everything. Y'all lost that. All right? And when society breaks, y'all gonna fall into all of y'all gonna fall right into line, but it's gonna be too little too late. You're not gonna be desired. Nobody's gonna want to deal with you. Because men are gonna remember all the things that you have done. All right? So all that shit, all that talk, all that tough talk is gonna get you nowhere. So with that, know one of y'all brothers and a few sisters is edified. For y'all sisters out there, keep doing what y'all doing. If you got a husband, appease that man. That's your Lord. That's the way you're gonna be saved. And those that don't have a man, don't worry. A man of the Lord is gonna come. All right. All these videos that's being done is to show you don't be like them. Y'all already know why the brothers out there, which is the spirit of the Lord, get on women. Because that modern day women of today is out of line. They're out of pocket. All right, they're out of order. And the Lord is going to bring back that order. So with that being said, shalom to the elected of nations. Shalom.